Alright, so in my last video, I was a little bit silly. You can watch it somewhere in one of these corners. I was talking about just using the Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4K for the first time, and I used this on the project. And I have to say, I have a lot to talk about. Before getting this camera from or through Fat Llama, I was aware of some of the things that I had to bear in mind, knowing that definitely it's not a run and gun camera. That's for sure. I already knew that before getting myself into it. That it's not a run and gun camera, and it needed a scene that would have adequate lighting or controlled lighting. So, although it was a rushed shoot, I was able to control the light a tiny little bit. It was inside the church. I seriously love the usability of this camera. It's easy to use. For someone that hasn't used the Blackmagic camera before, I didn't struggle at all to know where things are. Basically, I was able to just from the get go just be able to use the camera straight away. Obviously, the person I rented from was able to give me some pointers onto what this setting is, what that setting is, and yeah. So in terms of being able to use the camera, I wasn't struggling. I have to say that for sure. The touch screen, which I'm constantly tapping, I'm just in love with it. Is quite intuitive. The menus are not like scattered everywhere like the Sony system I've been used to, and just the fact that it's really quick is good. The footage I got from it, like I said, they were really nice. It's definitely not a low light camera. I think I was shooting at ISO 400, and I was still trying to learn what shutter angles were. So when I review the footage properly, which I'm still going to talk about at the end, I will be able to obviously kind of talk a bit more about the quality of the footage. But from what I can see so far, the dynamic range is just it's mind blowing. It's actually mind blowing, and I'm sure if I recorded the same footage with my Sony Alpha system, I would just be blown away with the difference. Basically, um, I really do want a Blackmagic camera. I think I'm really convinced now. I want a Blackmagic camera. I don't know whether it's going to be in this form factor or it's going to be in a smaller form factor, which is the um, Pocket Cinema 4K. But nonetheless, I love the color so far. I'm not really big on color grading or anything. I would say I'm still not a beginner, but intermediate, or just getting to intermediate. So I didn't shoot this in film. I shot it in video because I just wanted like an easier start to whatever I'm going to be doing. So what were the problems I came into whilst using this camera? Well, the problem was in post. Not so far into the post, but actually dumping the footage. Whilst I was on the shoot, I I think if I can find the settings again, I was yeah, that's it. I was able to set my shutter angle, everything like that properly. I didn't actually know that there was a tint feature, but luckily the tint was still relatively in the area um of where I wanted it to be. So like what I could see with my eyes and what the camera was capturing wasn't too far off really. Um, so yeah, I could have easily made the mistake there. I love the fact that it's got XLR inputs because, as I said in the last video, I was able to hook a condenser mic and then a normal directional microphone into it, which means I've got two separate types of audio. The condenser definitely because I'm recording some ladies singing. The sound out of the camera, and I'm normally always scared to plug cameras mic straight into the camera because of the what do we call it, whatever it's in between the connector and the camera, the transcodes the signal. They're not always the best, but for this I'm super impressed, like super impressed. So the problem I came to, I never knew that the person I rented this camera from is a Mac user. So you can already see where I'm going. So, which meant when the card was formatted, it was formatted with HFS plus, not exFAT. So everything recorded all right, and it was time for me to dump the footage, and I could not see the card on my Windows PC. So I was panicking, like, goodness, this event finished hours ago, and I can't access the file. Have I actually recorded anything? Have I lost the file? So I was, let's just say, panicking a little bit, and you know, just came to my mind. I think this might have been a Mac format. So I managed to get some plugins online to be able to access HFS plus files. So, thankfully, I was able to see the footage. Now, problem number two, I asked the gentleman, is it possible to, like, has he had any problem with working with ProRes file on his PC? He was like, no, it works super, super smooth. Back to the first point, I never knew he used a Mac. Of course, ProRes is a native codec to Mac, so he wouldn't have any problem. So yes, I could now see the footage. I could download the footage or offload the footage. Now I can't view the footage. So I had to download QuickTime. So I was able to actually see some of the footage, and I was blown away by the quality. Now my next problem is, how on earth am I going to edit this damn thing? And I don't want to download DaVinci Resolve because it's a brand new software to me, and I just haven't got that much time to be learning new softwares at this time of my life. I'm joking. I just don't have that much time at the moment to learn new software. So if you've got any suggestions on your breakthrough on how to work with a ProRes file on Windows, please, I'm like pleading, help me. I love this camera. I love the footage. I don't know how to work with the footage. It's not a nightmare. I promise myself that I'm not freaking out. Yes, I'm not freaking out. But anyways, that's the new challenge I now have. How I'm going to actually decode this file. And I don't really want to use a Mac either. I have a love and hate relationship with Macs in general. And I don't have a powerful enough Mac. I've only got a MacBook Air that I have access to. So I think it's just going to be too much headache for me to be looking around for a Mac PC to do this editing on. So help somebody if you're out there, if you know what to do. But all in all, I'm in love. I do love this system. I love this system. Yeah, so that's my kind of feedback on this camera. I love it, but at the same time, I'm not like on top of the world right now, only because I don't know how to work with the footage. If I do, I'll just be like, this camera is the best. Go and get it. Go and get it. But like I said, I'm still going to get this system, Blackmagic. It might not be the Ursa Mini, but I want a Blackmagic camera. It's just so easy to shoot with if you know what you're doing videography wise, which I hope I do. So yeah, on to the next challenge, editing the footage. Anyways, that's my feedback rant so far on the Ursa Mini Pro 4K. Have you had experience of using this camera? Share it with me. I would like to learn because I'm definitely a noob in this community for Blackmagic design. So if you like this video, please thumbs up. If you don't like it, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know how angry you are by just smashing that thumbs up button. Subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications. As I'm growing, I would love to grow with you. Thank you so much. It's Samuel from 10 Things I Like, and peace. What do I do with the footage? What do I do with the footage?